Okay, so part 2. Sorry about the cutoff on part 1. All I was saying was the red line is the one that it wanted you to graph. That's the one that's perpendicular. The blue line is QR. Okay, so now we're going to write the equations of some lines. We've done this in Algebra 1. We used the slope-intercept form, which was y equals mx plus b, where m was the slope of the line and b is the y-intercept. The new form that we're going to use is called point-slope form, and it's if you don't know the y-intercept, then it's really easy to put it into this form, and then if you want to go from there to slope-intercept form, just solve the equation for y, get the y by itself, and that'll give you the y-intercept. Okay, so again, m stands for the slope. And the x1 and y1 are going to become numbers, and they come from a point on the line. Okay, so example number 4 says write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form with a slope of -1/2 and y-intercept of 8. So it says slope-intercept form, so that's y equals mx plus b. So slope is m and y-intercept is b. So our equation is y equals -1/2 x plus 8. Number 5 says write the equation of the line in point-slope form with the slope of 4 and contains -3, -6. So point-slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So instead of y1, I'm going to put -6, y minus -6. Instead of m, I'm going to put 4, and instead of x1, I'm going to put -3. So all we have to do for this to be in point-slope form is to clean this up a bit. So y plus 6 equals 4 times x plus 3. That's point-slope form. If you wanted to rearrange it to get the y-intercept, all you would have to do is distribute the 4 and then move the 6 over. Number 6 says write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form through these 2 points. Okay, so we're going to start off in point-slope form, but remember in both of those I need m, I need the slope, so I'm going to find the slope first. Remember that's y minus y over x minus x. So 4 minus 10 over -2 minus 8. 4 minus 10 is -6. -2 minus 8 is -10. When I reduce that, I get positive 3/5. Now, both of these points are on the line, so I can use either point in the point-slope form. I'm going to use the second point because both of those numbers are positive, and that leaves less room to make a mistake. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 10 equals 3/5 times x minus 8. And it says to put in slope-intercept form. So we're going to solve it for y. That means we've got to distribute. So we have y minus 10 equals 3/5 x minus 24/5, because remember you put the 8 over 1 and then multiply straight across. So now I'm going to add 10 to both sides. Okay, -24/5 plus 10 is 26/5 because 10 is the same as 50/5. So -24/5 plus 50/5 is 26/5. So here's the equation of that line in slope-intercept form. Same thing. first I'm going to find the slope. So that's 4 minus negative 4 over negative 7 minus 9. 4 minus negative 4 is 8. Negative 7 minus 9 is negative 16. So the slope of this line is negative 1/2. So I'm going to pick, it doesn't matter since each point has a negative. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to go ahead and use the second one again. So y minus negative 4 equals negative 1/2 times x minus 9. So that's y plus 4 equals, and I'm going to distribute negative 1/2 x, and then that's plus 9/2. Subtract 4 from both sides. So my equation is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1/2. That's because 4 is 8/2, and I have 9/2 minus 8/2, which is 1/2. So here's our equation in slope-intercept form. Last page, just 2 more examples, or maybe even 1 more. Okay, write an equation line parallel to y equals negative 3/4 x plus 3 containing that point. Since it's a parallel line, it's going to have the same slope. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus 6 equals m, which is negative 3/4, times x minus negative 3. So y minus 6 equals, and distribute, that's negative 3/4 x minus 9/4. Add 6 to both sides. So y equals negative 3/4 x plus 15/4. That's because 6 is 24/4. Negative 9/4 plus 24/4 is 15/4. Parallel lines have the same slope. Okay, B says write an equation of line perpendicular to y equals negative 3x plus 2. So this slope is negative 3 over 1. Perpendicular slope, you flip the fraction and you change the sign. Since the original slope was negative, my new slope is going to be positive. So y minus y1, which is 0, equals 1/3 times x minus 4. Y minus 0 is y. 1/3 times x is 1/3 x. 1/3 times negative 4 is negative 4/3. Those two lines are perpendicular. The password is Logan.